So now that iOS 26 has officially came out, when could we kind of expect iOS 26.1? Now this is one of those interesting things when it kind of comes down to it, because when we're going to go through and kind of pick up that next version of software, it really is kind of dependent on how we kind of take a look at it, right? The thing I'm probably going to tell you is that within, iOS 26.1, this is probably one of those types of things where you're going to go and take a look at it. And I'm going to be honest, I definitely do think there's a lot of things to keep in mind here as you're kind of going through and, picking up a particular, version of software. And I think iOS 26.1 at a high level, it is going to be the software version that I'd recommend everyone to install, not iOS 26. So whenever iOS 26.1 comes out, that is when I would probably recommend people to go ahead and pick up, or like install iOS 26 if it's not already pre-installed. I would rather wait out for that than go through and install it when it's still like iOS 26.0, because that's going to cause too many issues. Also, 26.1 is basically going to be a, like a bug fix update to its core. Very rarely do these types of updates bring anything like super insane. I feel like it could bring maybe like one or two cool like tweaks inside of it. But from what I'm telling you, I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case. I think it's going to make a lot more sense if Apple kind of focuses in on bug fixes for this first update so far. So again, we're going to have to kind of see what ends up happening. But from what I can see, that is kind of one of those things that I'm kind of seeing here for the most part. Now, another thing, when it comes down to the future of iOS 26, well, Apple's still going to be able to give us a lot of iOS 26 updates, but the reason why I wouldn't recommend installing iOS 26 the day it gets announced or released is because there are still going to be little tiny issues and bugs that you're still going to run into. And it never makes any sense to go through and like install those types of updates. From that standpoint, it makes more sense to kind of wait it out, wait until it gets a little bit more stable, and then install it at a later point. So that's kind of what to expect with that update. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that will mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.